we're live. I'm like, it's not working. Oh, we have friends already on here. Can they hear me? Friends, can you hear me? I need to make sure that this sucker's working. Ooh, we got 1 minute. Oh, I need this. Boom. Good. Can you hear it on sound? All right, beautiful. We got a minute, and then we're gonna do this sucker. Whoop, whoop. What do we got? 1 minute. My shoulders are very sore from yesterday right now, so thankfully we're not doing any more push-ups because I honestly don't think I could have today. So we're gonna do a nice little shoulder warm-up before we actually get started. So once that little clicker turns over to 9, we got, oh, let's let the hecklers begin. Yeah, I can hear. Thank you, Sam. Just have your friends text you the entire time. That helps. Okay, guys. We are almost ready to start. So today we are doing a posterior and anterior chain workout. So posterior chain is going to be back of the body. Anterior chain is going to be front of the body. And again, I wish you guys were here because it's always super, super awkward being in here and having to work out all by myself. So Michaela's here. Oh, great. You're going to make fun of me. Okay. Okay, it's 9 o'clock. We're gonna get this sucker started. So today, you guys, we are going to be using dumbbells and a jump rope. If you do not have them, I am going to show you alternates that make it so that you don't need to have any equipment. So for instance, I have a box out here for deadlift. You guys can use a chair, you can use your couch, you can use anything that's elevated. What you're going to be doing instead of deadlifts is you're actually going to be putting your feet up onto something. Okay, so we're going to do a glute raise instead of a deadlift if you guys aren't using dumbbells. So I will show you both of those when we get to it. But that being said, we're going to start to warm up. So I know a lot of us might be sore from yesterday. So all we're going to do is we're going to start with is just shaking our arms out. Okay, so crossing arms. This actually feels good through my shoulders since yesterday. As you saw, I almost died. It was very difficult. So nice arm swings. Then from here, we're going to take our arms and we're going to act like we're swimming freestyle. So arms up over your head. Nice and easy. Warm them up. Woof, woof. Yeah, yesterday I was very, very fatigued afterwards. So I went home and made sure I ate a bunch of calories just because I am used to doing lots of heavy weights and slow lifting. And so all this body weight crazy quick stuff is insane. So, and yes, for those of you who did it yesterday and you were yelling at me from home that I needed to slow down and you needed more rest, Rick, Robin, you guys will be just fine today, okay? I believe in you. So we're doing backwards arms right now. And then if you're feeling real sassy, you guys can do opposites. You guys are going to take one arm forward and one arm back. Ooh, I don't know if people are able to do this one. There you go. Good. And now the other way. And if this isn't working for you, maybe one day, well, this can be your quarantine practice. You guys just practice making your arms go from side to side. Okay, now we're going to start jogging in place for a little bit. Jogging in place, just getting those calves and those Achilles warm. So here's the deal. We do have jump rope today. So again, if you're not jump roping or you don't have a jump rope, you guys are going to do imaginary jump rope. We're going to be doing 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off for both portions of our endurance. So this workout today is actually a little bit different than the one we did yesterday. So yesterday we did those supersets where we took 2 exercises and went back, forth, back, forth. Today we're doing our endurance, strength, and power program. So we're going into butt kicks next. So for endurance, strength, and power, what you guys are going to be doing is each round still is 4.5 minutes. For endurance, we're going to do 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off of our jump rope. Then we'll move on to the strength portion. We're doing deadlifts or glute raises, renegade rows, and alternating lunge jumps. We're going to go through those 3 exercises for 4.5 minutes, take our 30 seconds rest, and then after that, we're going to go to power. The first round of power is a pike to a plank. I'll show it to you because we haven't done those at Scorch. Supersetted with Angel and Rose's favorite tuck jumps. And Chelsea, you like those too. And then the second round of power, which will come through in round 6, the last 4.5 minute round, is going to be a wall sit single arm raise and then a prone IYNT, which actually you don't have to use with weight. So we're just hopping back and forth, side to side, still warming up those calves, those Achilles. So prone IYT is actually laying face down. So it's not our normal IYNTs that we do with light dumbbells. Well, I feel like I look like a cheerleader right now. So, okay. Now we're going to jumping jacks. Getting all nice and warm. And we're going to do a couple inchworms in a second. So I'll show you what those are. Just getting our heart rate up. So it's actually really important to do a warm up for your workout. And the reason why is because there's this thing called EPOC. So basically, you hear about it, it's excess oxygen, excess post oxygen consumption. Okay. Excess exercise, post oxygen consumption. Anyways, the whole idea is that we're spiking your heart rate up. And then right before the workout, we bring it down and then we bring it back up again. And that is what makes it so you burn all those calories afterwards, because it makes your body have to recover. And recovering actually burns calories. And that's what we're trying to focus on. So now for inchworms, what you guys are going to do, feet together, hands on the ground. You guys are going to walk your hands out. You guys can give me an optional push-up just to kind of get some blood flow into those shoulders. Come right back up, stand all the way up, push your hips forward, squeeze your glutes, and then go right back down. We're just going to do 5 of these. That's 2. 3, 2 more. 4, 1 more. I'm going to try and do a better job at counting today too. 5. Okay. Now, one more thing. We're going to do some lateral lunges. So everyone's going to take a big step out to the side. Just do 5 on each side. 3, 4, and 5. Okay, feet together, going the other way. Out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now I'm gonna have everybody lay down on the ground. So if you guys have a mat, you can lay on a mat. If not, just gonna lay down. We're just doing glute bridges, warm up those glutes a little bit more. So dig the heels in, toes up, suck those abs in, go right up, squeeze, hold it for a split second, bring it right back down. We're gonna do 10 of them, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Woof. Okay, guys. So what you guys are gonna do is grab a quick sip of water. I'm gonna get the timers going. So we're gonna do 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off of jump rope to start. Okay. So when it comes to jump rope, you guys, if you're imaginary jump roping, you guys are gonna be here or alternating here. So my little timer though is gonna do 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off. So we're gonna hear the beep, or maybe you won't hear the beep. I'll just yell beep if that's the case. And then, well, I don't know if you'll pick it up through my little AirPod things. So, and those of my friends who yesterday thought that I was, you know, wearing a microphone because they could hear me breathing so loudly. I wasn't. You could hear me breathing so loudly out of my AirPods because I actually was dying. So, yeah. Oh, thank you, Rick. You're so sweet. Okay, guys. So, ready? So what we're gonna do is everyone's gonna grab your jump ropes. We're just gonna be in place. Remember, if you're imaginary jump roping, you're either here or one side and then the other side. Please do not stop for your entire 30 seconds. And we can stop and chit chat during the 15, okay? So, you guys ready? Let's make this sucker happen. I think all I have to do is press okay and it goes. Ready? Oh yeah, it's counting down for us. There we go. Okay, so it's gonna be 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off, and we're doing it for the full 4.5 minutes, okay? 3, 2, 1, and we're going. So, if you guys were in Scorch with me right now, we'd be on treadmills, we'd be on Versa climbers, we'd be on the rowers. I'd be yelling at you. If Nicole Judd was here, she'd probably be staring at somebody else and almost looking like she's gonna break her neck when she fell off the treadmill. So all the things that I miss about you guys on a daily basis. I don't like not being able to see the clock behind me. Ah. Ooh, we get to rest. 15 seconds off. So we're just going back and forth with this. It's meant to make us warm, okay? So today is not going to be, I'm not going to say it's not going to be as hard as yesterday because I don't want to jinx myself. So we have 3, 2, and 1. Okay, back to those jump ropes. And if you guys are real crazy, you guys can do double unders. I actually haven't taught myself how to do those yet. So maybe that'll be another quarantine trick of mine. Oh, my cows are going to be so warm. And switching it up. Good. Whole idea is we're just staying moving during this, okay? Someone's gonna have to buy me a headband after the end of this. Oh, Joel, you do love jump ropes. That's because you're very quad dominant, Joel. But you've gotten so good at staying in your heels. So don't lose that while we're gone, okay? I appreciate that. Okay, back to it. For those of you who are outside sweating to death, I don't know how you're doing this. Climate controlled Scorch is where it's at. Oh, 5 seconds. 15 off. So again, we're just warming up right now, unfortunately. So we are going to hit this again for those of you who don't normally do Scorch workouts. After 2 more 4.5-minute rounds after this, we come back to 30 on, 15 off. Whoops. And we go again. Five seconds. Okay, I was told I have to hairspray my hair up or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out at some point. And let's do it again. We have 2 more rounds, guys. I think. I'm pretty sure. 2. The clock will tell me. So just like yesterday, we're only going to be taking 30 seconds rest in between our rounds, okay? 10 seconds. Okay, 15 seconds off. 1 more round after this, okay? And then we're going to go into that strength circuit. Do, 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 do. And we'll be nice and toasty warm for it. And here we go again. Last 30 seconds. I think by the end of like 3 weeks or 2 weeks, however long it lasts, you're going to be sick of jump rope or your calves will just be super strong. Three, 2, and 1. Nice job, guys. Okay, so here's the dealio. For those of you who are doing the glute raises instead of the deadlifts, you're literally going to lay down, put your feet or heels up on something. You can even put them on a wall, and you guys are going to lift up, squeeze your glutes, and drop straight back down, okay? If you're doing the deadlifts, I'm going to show you once we get started. So now we go like this, and we go like this, and we go like this, and then we say, okay, we're starting in 10 seconds on strength. How exciting. So if you guys are using dumbbells for deadlifts, grab them right now. You guys have 6 total reps on this one. So weights in the heels, you're sucking your abs and shoulders back, puff your chest out. And what you're doing is you're shooting your hips back, but I want you guys to bend your knees a little bit on this one. Okay, so we're doing more of a conventional deadlift than we're doing a Romanian deadlift. So you're just doing 6 reps. So remember that on our conventional deadlift, anchoring into the heels, you're dropping your hips below your shoulders, okay? On the regular, on an RDL or a straight-legged deadlift, you're actually keeping everything parallel when you get to the bottom of the movement. So one more. Beautiful. Okay. After that, we're going to go into something called a renegade row. So for the renegade rows, dumbbells are going to go down to the ground. If you don't have dumbbells, you're just doing this with your hands and you're lifting up slowly, making sure your elbow passes your body or your midline. So from here, shoulder stacked over your wrist, core nice and tight. The goal here is as you row, you don't let your hips move from side to side. So I see a lot of people go hips side, side. What you guys are going to do, focus tight, tight, tight. You're doing 10 on each side of this one. 3, 4. Notice as you get tired that the dumbbells are going to start to kind of inch out in front of you. What we want to make sure you do is keep them right underneath your shoulders. If they end up out here, what's going to happen is you're going to end up getting those impingement issues. And we really want to avoid that. Good. Again, keep that core tight. Don't let those hips turn. If you notice your hips are turning a lot, take your feet and widen them out. So the narrower your stance is, the harder it's going to be. Okay. And the wider your stance, the easier it's going to be. Good. Okay. Once you guys are done with 10 on each side of that one, ditch your dumbbells, unless you're real sassy. And then you guys are going to do alternating lunge jumps. This one's 8 on each side. If you're not jumping, you guys are going to take a big step back and go up into a knee drive. Okay. If you're jumping, you guys are here. And we're doing 8 on each side of this one. Now, again, the goal is full, don't fall down, full range of motion on this one. 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, full range of motion on that one, especially too, if you guys are doing no jumping and you're stepping back, you really want to make sure that you're pushing out of this front heel as you guys come up, because we're trying to activate that posterior chain today. Okay, we're going back to those deadlifts again. So again, weights in the heels, suck your abs in. You guys are gonna go right down. So a lot of the times with the deadlift, it almost feels like you're doing a squat, but the weight is out in front of you. Versus when you're doing a back squat, the bar will be in front of you, or a suitcase squat, the dumbbells are beside you. Again, weights in the heels, you should be able to wiggle your toes to the bottom, mix them up, and then back down. Back to those renegade rows again. If you need to do the renegade rows on your knees to keep perfect form, that's completely fine. You're just gonna focus here, engage that core in the same way. Halfway there. Now watch what your hips are doing. You don't want them to come up too high, because again, you're trying to keep those shoulders stacked over those wrists. And good, okay. Then back to those lunge jumps. Again, if you guys have a med ball or anything like that, you guys can hold it here at your chest to make it a little bit harder. But what I really want you guys to focus on is getting that full range of motion and making sure that you're powering straight up. Halfway there. And 60. We have 30 seconds. I'm going to show you guys one set of those glute raises. I like to get all nice and close to that box because it makes my hamstrings and glutes fire that much more. And digging my heels in to the corner of the box in this one. And 6. Oh, and look at that time. 30 seconds off. Grab a quick sip of water if you need it. Look who remembered her water today. Hopefully I won't puke now. Okay, guys, 10 seconds. So now we're going into single leg pike to plank and a tuck jump. So single leg pike to plank. This one is gonna mimic us being in the TRX straps, okay? For a TRX core. So you guys are gonna be up in that downward dog pose, okay? Here. Now from here, take your right leg, lift it up. Now, as you guys come through to a plank, drive your knee to your elbow, opposite elbow, and come right back. We're gonna do 10 on one side and then 10 on the other side. Make them slow and controlled. Three more. And now the other side. So again, with this one, make sure that you're tightening your core. You're pulling your belly button into your spine every single rep. Again, to get those six-pack ab muscles, you guys really have to make sure that you have that mind-muscle connection with your abs. So constantly activating, constantly breathing, going slow, because a lot of the times when we use momentum, we override all those ab muscles and those core muscles, and it makes it so we don't get the full benefit of the exercise. Okay, tuck jumps. So Yes, I was harassed this morning about tuck jumps, tuck jump or squat jump. The tuck jumps are here. Okay, squat jumps are here. Okay, you have 8 of them. So we're up. I'm counting my first one. See, easy peasy. And we're back down. We have 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in your third round. This is our power round. After this, we're going back to that 30 on, 15 off with our jump ropes. Nothing like 30 seconds in between stuff because we don't have to load up weights. Remember, go slow with these. You're not trying to rush through anything here. Full core activation. One more. And other side. Up and down pike. Pike or downward dog, whatever you want to call it. And then we're back through. Get a good calf stretch when you put that leg back too. Ten. Oh, it's time for more tucking jumps. Okay, we still got 120 left. Let's do it. So with these ones, if you're having trouble absorbing that shock on the landing, I want you to do them as individual reps, just like how we do our broad jumps when we're here. So you guys are gonna come up, tuck it, land it, okay? Focus on getting as much height as you can. Eight. Those are never fun. 45 seconds. Again, make sure you guys are even. So know that we have 40 seconds left. And if you guys are on these, do a couple on one side. 3, 4, and then do a couple on the other side. That way you're all nice and even. And even though we're coming down to our last 20 seconds, I want you guys to make sure that you're still going slow and controlled on these. And if you want, at the end, you guys can back it up into a little downward dog stretch and then drop it down for your last 5 seconds. So now, again, grab a sip of water. We are going to go back into endurance. We have jump ropes for 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off. Look at that, 30. We're going to put my hair up, drinking water, and we're getting right back into it. So we only have 3 rounds left, guys. So we have 3 rounds, 4.5 minutes each. And then we'll stretch. We'll be done. You can heckle me or whatever you want to do. So, by the way, my 5 a.m. posse who did this workout at 5 a.m. today still, because they're crazy. And they said that I should be up working out at 5 a.m. too. No, you're nuts. Quarantine time is time to rest. I'm kidding. It's not at all. We're all still working. Okay, you guys ready for this? It's 30 on, 15 off again. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So now that we're on the second half of the workout, what I want you guys to focus on is how you feel. So I want you guys to think about something called your rate of perceived exertion. So 0 is like, you're dead. 10 is maximal effort. Going into the second half, if you're 5 or below, you guys need to pick up the pace as long as you guys have perfect form. So when it comes to that, and if your rate of perceived exertion is 5 or below, and you can't get it up, start talking like me, and it'll be harder for you. So don't worry. Woof. And again, round 2. So this one's 6 rounds, guys. Let's see if I can even talk by Friday or Saturday. One of our members already offered the 11. He's coming into the exerciser. So Sam, I read that text and you might have to do it. So, oh, Nicole, you better be doing a I'm almost there. Again, for those of you who are outside doing this, I mean, I'm in the gym and I put the air at 72 and I'm sweating. And I don't sweat that often. So I feel for you, friends. I will say the hardest part about all of these, like at-home workouts with minimal weight, is going to be truly activating our posterior chains, the backside of our bodies. So I want you guys to remember that all day long, when we're at our computers, when we're driving, when we're talking to people, we're always leaning forward slightly. And so what we're doing is we're overly anterior chain dominant. Even as runners, we're up on our toes a lot. We're activating those quads. So strengthening the posterior chain of the back of the body is super, super important, especially now that we're kind of home and we don't really have like things necessarily to like go out and do. But you can go out and do things alone, just a heads up. You don't have to be locked in your homes yet. So, however, posterior chain, back of the body, we're going to try and do as much stuff as we can to activate that sucker for injury prevention purposes, so that when we do get back here in the gym, we don't have a ton of shoulder issues. So that's kind of my biggest worry about not having all the barbell work, all the stuff where you're under a bar, you're externally rotated, and we're keeping that chest up and shoulders back. So I want you guys to think about your posture as much as you can over these next couple weeks while you're away from me. Especially you, Jamie. Shoulders back, chest up, squeeze your shoulder blades together. I know you miss me yelling at you. Ooh, this is the last one. Woo-hoo. Okay, now back on the strength. So, for those of you who want to know why we don't use these when we're in class, is because all of you 300 plus members of Scorch are crazy. And honestly, I know you. You'll be in the rack and you'll literally turn around with a bar on your back. You'll give yourself a kink in the neck because you want to see how much time we have. So that's why I never use these, just because I fear for you all. Because again, you're crazy. So we are going to get our second round of strength. So if you're getting back into the circuit where you left off last time. So if you ended with deadlifts, then I want you guys to go straight to renegade rows. So again, on those deadlifts, dumbbells are in front of you, weights in the heels, you're sucking your abs in. Again, perfect posture, chest up, shoulders back. You guys can gaze slightly out in front of you. Keep that neutral neck. And make sure as you guys come up, you're pushing your hips forward and squeezing your glutes. One more. Good. Okay, now we're going back down to those renegade rows. So again, remember, wider stance makes it easier, narrower stance makes it harder. Keep your hips tight. Remember, this one's 10 on each side. And 20. Okay, now we're going back to those alternating lunge jumps. So I had a friend of mine last night who's in the UK, And he was telling me that it would be funny if I just taunted you guys with all my weights and just went and lift heavy, even though you guys couldn't. So, Pat, you're mean. Okay. And we're sorry you're stuck in the UK. 10 and 16. Good. Okay. I'm going to do a set of glute bridges with those who don't have dumbbells. Again, when you guys get to the top of this rep, hold it for a split second. Okay. You actually want to create that mind muscle connection with your glute. Again, that posterior chain, we don't really use it that often during the day. So we want to give it lots of love when we're exercising. When I was in school, they even taught us that you should be training your posterior chain almost 4 times as much as your anterior chain. That's how much we use it all throughout the day. And so posterior chain, again, back side of the body, everything from your calf, many things, but you got from your calves, hamstrings, glutes, low back, mid back, upper back, all the way up into the top of your head. Okay, that's going to be your posterior chain. That is what we're always trying to activate. Okay, you guys can all come back home with perfect posture, and by home I mean to Scorch. Scorch is your home. Okay, we're down to the last 145. Halfway there. And remember, do these slow as well, so that way you guys actually get the core benefit from them. Back to those lunge jumps, we got 115. I like legs so much more than I like upper body. Just a heads up. One minute left, guys. Eight. Good. How am I doing more deadlifts? 45 seconds. So again, weight from the heels. Make sure you guys can wiggle those toes. You almost want to feel like you're going to fall backwards. That's how much in your heels you are when you guys are doing your deadlifts. And again, on those deadlifts, guys, and any exercise, you want to make sure that your posture is perfect. If your posture is perfect, then you're probably going to get your form correct, because form really comes down to it is just, are you in perfect posture? So that's what I want you guys to think about with every exercise that you guys do going forward. Okay, we're taking a rest. 15 seconds off. We're doing a wall sit, single arm raise, and then a prone IYNT. So you actually don't need dumbbells for either of these. What I will show you though is I'm gonna use an imaginary wall, because I guess I just like to make it harder. 10 seconds. When we do the single arm raise, both arms are up, one comes up, one comes down, one comes up, one comes down, okay? 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so squat down nice and low. I'll show you from this angle. You guys should be leaning back up against a wall, okay? I'll lean against my backs. This would be nice. Okay, now from here, both arms out, one up, one down. I promise you I'm not sitting on the box. I'm leaning, and I'm trying not to make it go backwards. We are doing 30 of these. Now again, put the weight in your, lift your toes up. I want those hamstrings and those glutes to be activated the entire time. Now when you're bringing your arm up, thumb goes up, and I want you guys to focus on getting full range of motion. If your legs are burning, you're doing it right. By taking our own arms overhead, we're actually making it so we're using our core a lot more as well. And on each side. Good. Okay, once you're done your 30 of those, you guys are gonna lay on the ground. You're gonna lay face down, you're gonna leave your legs down. What you guys are gonna do from this position, so standing and I'll go down. You're gonna lift the arms up, so you're here. You're gonna, and that's your I, Y. And then when you do your T, You're gonna lift up and pull down, engaging those lats, okay? So it's down on the ground. This is a stabilizer physical therapy exercise. Leave your feet relaxed on the ground. Everything goes up, thumbs up, I, thumbs up, Y, and then lat row, T, 8 each. Make sure that you guys are actually squeezing your shoulder blades up and back and together, because what I'm trying to get to happen here is all those teeny little stabilizer muscles, I'm trying to get them to fire. That way, when we start lifting heavier again, you guys have all the stabilizers and I don't have to worry about it anymore. Because I'm pretty sure that I worry more than you guys do. I think I got one more. Nice. Okay, and then back to front raises. If you guys do have weights with you and you guys do want to use them, you guys can. So I'm gonna go back down, lean back on your wall, then arms up. So I have a secret goal for all you guys while we're gone, is to do as many of these at-home workouts that get all the rehab, prehab stuff that I've wanted you guys to do forever. And now I'm just gonna put them all in here. So when you guys get back, again, I don't have to worry about it. And then you guys can just lift super heavy and be super safe. And what is it, super gains? I don't know. Almost there. Woo, burning. Wow. Get back to those eyes, Y's, and T's. We're down to our last 1 minute and 10 seconds. I like this workout so much better than yesterday's workout. Maybe it's because yesterday I only slept for 5 hours and drank beer the night before. And last night I had 0 beer. Okay, remember, thumbs up. Sorry, leave your legs down. Now on the row, really try to engage your lats, okay? So you're thinking like right here. As you pull back, squeeze, and then go right back down. Oof. If you guys are feeling this a little bit in your lower back, that's completely normal. What I want you guys to focus on is pulling your belly button into your spine. So you actually want to be activating your core during this exercise. And as soon as you pull that belly button in, what you guys are going to see is that you don't feel it in your lower back as much. We might make these an actual Scorch exercise. I like these. Oh my. Oh my goodness. And that's it. We're done. So today was a lot more posterior chain stabilizer work than yesterday. And so what you guys are going to see is during our workouts that we are going from more cardio stuff to strength stuff to stabilizer stuff, and keep it switching up for you guys. That way, one, we don't plateau, but two, we also don't get injured during this process. Since our bodies, especially if you've been in here with me in the gym, you're used to having a bar on your back. You're used to doing certain things, and we're going to be doing completely different things. So that always makes it so that there's a possibility of getting injured. So as you know, the only way to reach your goals is if you keep your training safe, safe, safe. So that being said, we are going to stretch now. Okay, so grab a sip of water if you need it. Oh, Phyllis, hi, I miss you. I wish I could make you do glider hamstring curls right now. So, oh, thank you, Roy. Okay, so everybody, I'm gonna drink some water and then we're gonna sit down and then we're gonna stretch. So again, focus this week on all these movements, going slow, being controlled, making sure that you guys are actually activating whichever muscles that we're like doing that day. So then again, focusing on when you're walking around in the day, posture, okay? So that posterior chain, because unfortunately, a lot of us don't have pull-up bars at home. We don't have barbells at home. So we're not able to actually do those heavy motions that we're used to doing in here. So especially my family of Aaron, Darren, Rob, Kate, you guys. Oh, You're not too terrible. Make sure you guys are focusing on that posture, shoulders down and relaxed, making sure that everything is walking around with what do I say, proud peacock. You're a proud peacock whenever you're walking around. Okay. So if you're stretching with me, we will get to that low back in a second. Your right leg up and your left again. Take your right hand, grab your right foot, and then take your left arm up over you like you're the biggest ballerina ever. And know that I can't do this well because I'm super, super, super tight. But I feel like we need to get some like live stream of like Jen and Ashley going through this sucker for us. Okay, guys, other side. Oh, goodness gracious. Woof, woof. If you guys do have time later on in the day to get out for like a walk or a jog, or even just like do 30, 45 minutes of like streaming yoga. I know that our friends at Savma have yoga streaming. Our friends at Yoga Shack have yoga streaming, Little Tiny Finger Retreatos. It would be really beneficial with all this if you guys do have extra time. I know a lot of you are working from home, or some of you are actually still going into work. So that being said, you guys can find 45 minutes to do yoga, walking, jogging, any of that in the evening, do it, because we're not lifting super, super heavy. What's happening is that we're not necessarily stimulating our central nervous system as much. So we're not overloading our bodies the same way that we normally do. And so because of that, we're actually going to recover a lot faster. So when you guys do heavy weights, it usually takes 24 to 48 hours and sometimes even longer for our bodies to fully recover. Because it's such a stress on our bodies. So that's what you want to think about when you hear like overload. It's a massive stress. So, okay, everyone lay down. Arms outstretched to the side. Take your right leg, lift it up, drop it off to the left, let everything unwind. So when you're putting that massive stress on your body, you really do have to focus on resting. And when I say resting, I mean like sleeping and not doing anything. However, now that we're doing body weight, so it may feel like you're more winded and you're doing a lot more cardio, but your body is not being stressed out as much as if you had a heavy barbell on your back and doing all these movements. Okay, take your right leg down, take your left leg up and over, drop it off to the side. So because of that, you guys are actually able to get out and do a second thing during the day, and your guys are gonna have less risk of overtraining. And you guys are all beasts because I've seen you guys all work out before. So I've been watching you in your recovery for years. So, but with all that being said, find something else if you can in the evenings, something different that you're not used to doing. And again, go slow, be controlled with it. Don't overdo it to the point where you injure yourself, but let your body try some different things. That way, when we do come back here in the gym, it's going to be a big shock to your system. And we're going to be able to kind of see a difference in your strength, see a difference in your physique. A lot of you are going to put on muscle a lot faster because you'll be so rested. So it's going to be really cool, actually, to kind of, when we all get back in here, to see how our bodies adapt. So, okay, take your right leg, cross it over, give it a hug with your left arm. Take your right hand behind you, sit up tall and twist over that right shoulder. Oof, oof, oof. Almost done. And for those of you who watched me yesterday, you have no idea how close I was to throwing up, to the point where I actually thought if I did throw up, that maybe the whole thing would go viral and that we'd get more followers that way if I puked. So, but I didn't. I held it in. So, okay, last one, other side, and then we'll push up into our downward dog pose. Oof, oof, oof. Okay, pushing that downward dog pose. Good. Now push one heel into the ground and then the other, and go back, forth here. Good. Now walk those feet up to your hands. Good. Stay hanging down there. Grab opposite elbows. Let your torso just rock from side to side. Good. Now slowly come up. Slowly. Good. Okay. Give yourself some arm swings. Hug yourself. Love yourself. And you guys are done. Happy, what is it, Tuesday? Happy Tuesday. I will see you guys all tomorrow at 9 a.m. Thank you guys so much for watching and doing the workout with us. And I miss you all. And hopefully I will see you guys all soon and not through virtual. So have a wonderful rest of your day and a great rest of your week, guys. And I will see you soon. Ugh.